Shabbat. For those of you who are on Facebook, on Zoom, for all of you that are in Yozma in the synagogue or in New York at the at Colony Synagogue, thank you for joining us. Shalom Lenoach Telem. So wonderful to see you guys. Shalom, אהובים שלי. Today, Kabbalat Shabbat is going to focus on unity, the connection between Israel and New York. What's in common for all of us as Jews, liberal Jews that live in two parts of the world. The Tefillah today is the third session of the reform program that we've done with the Shinpinim in the last few months. This is a unique program when we talk about identity. Shalom Lenoach Telem. So wonderful to see you guys. I hear myself in echo. Shalom, אהובים שלי. Today, Kabbalat Shabbat, we're going to focus on unity, the connection between Israel and New York. What's in common for all of us as Jews, liberal Jews that live in two parts of. Sorry,
if you close the broadcast on your end.
I had echo, so I had to stop. Now I can hear myself again. So today we're going to talk about today Tefillah. We're going to talk about unity, and it's the third session of a program that was held in the last few months. In the program, we talked about identity. We talked about Judaism. We also talked about activism. The program was led by four incredible Shinshinim from the Israeli Reform Movement, Noar Telem, who are here with us. It's so wonderful that you're here. And the youth group of Kol Ami. And today's tefillah is going to be delivered to you from few areas in the world. So from Israel, Yozma Synagogue in Modi'in, the Reform Synagogue Modi'in. They're going to be our Shinshinim, together with Gal Stern, the legendary song leader of Noar Telem. And we also have a special guest all the way from Michmanim, that you guys already know. She already became part of the community. Carmel Mena. Carmel was our Shinshinit here back in 2018, 2019. Now she's in the army. But when I asked her, Carmel, would you join and be part of it? She immediately said yes. So you guys are going to hear from her soon.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Micah, and I'm part of the youth group here at Kol Ami. As Nadav said so well, we have been in a series of programs with the Telem teens from Israel, where we talk about what it means to be a Reformed Jew, what it means to be a kid in the Reformed Jew movement, and we just, talked about our differences living halfway across the globe. So it was a very cool program, and we're excited to continue it here with the Shabbat service. We have a bunch of members of the teen group doing various things in the during this Shabbat. So we are very excited.
Thank you, Micha. I see you guys on the screen. We're all far away from one another. This is the reality we all live at. But now we're actually, our hearts going to be close to one another doing the service. Matovu alecha Yaakov. How goodly are your tents, Yaakov. How wonderful it is to see all of you together, to see all of us together. Kol Ami and Telem. So I'm going to pass it to Noar Telem to Monique.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Let's start with Matovu. Okay.
Oh, Alexa,
We're gonna, yeah. So we're gonna continue with a quote, and yeah. Even the weak become strong when they are united.
Okay, next we're gonna continue with the prayer, Hallelujah.
Hey, Kamuna, can I interrupt for a second? Kamuna, can you hear me? Hey, Gal, can you hear me at all or no? Gal.
Hi, Gal. I'm sorry to interrupt. We hear you very badly when the music is playing. If you can look on your screen and turn off the original sound, and then hopefully it will work.
On your Zoom window, if you hit turn on original sound, it should fix all the problems. On the top left.
This option.
We don't know the enemy.
I don't think so. That option. Wait.
שצריך לפתוח את זה בהגדרות פרסומים בפנים.
I don't know.
אין לנו את האופציה.
We don't have the options.
זה לא... שנמשיך?
I think what we'll do is we're going to, let's skip ahead to Lecha Dodi. And if you want to go into your audio settings, if you go under advanced, you should hopefully figure it out by the time we're done with Lecha Dodi on our end, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Lecha Dodi, let's welcome Shabbat together. Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך תומי אורי. אורי אורי, שיר לביני, כבוד אדוני, עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה לעיני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה לעיני שבת נקבלה יה la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la.
עשית stay muted.
לא.
לא?
אנחנו Okay.
Okay. So now we will move to Mizmor Shir. We are very grateful to be here. Hope we are sounding good.
Kumona, can we do a Hallelujah first, and then we'll cut back to us, and then back to you?
Okay.
So let's do Hallelujah again.
סבבי. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah,
Mizmor Shir? Okay, so let's go back to Mizmor Shir.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי שבת, טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך צדיק כתמר יפרח יפרח, צדיק כתמר יפרח, צדיק כתמר יפרח יפרח, צדיק כתמר יפרח, כארז בלבנון יזכה, כארז בלבנון יזכה, כארז בלבנון יזכה, יזכה, כארז בלבנון יזכה, כארז בלבנון יזכה, כארז בלבנון יזכה, יזכה. שתולים, שתולים, שתולים בבית אדוני, שתולים בבית אדוני, שתולים, שתולים בבית אדוני, שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצות אלוהינו, בחצות אלוהינו, בחצות אלוהינו יפריחו, בחצות אלוהינו, בחצות אלוהינו, בחצות אלוהינו יפריחו. עוד ינובון בשיבה, עוד ינובון בשיבה, עוד ינובון בשיבה, עוד ינובון בשיבה, ג'ני ורעננים יהיו, 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 ג'ני ורעננים יהיו. להגיד כי ישר אדוני, להגיד כי ישר אדוני, להגיד כי ישר אדוני, להגיד כי ישר אדוני, צורי ולא עוולתה בו, 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 צורי ולא עוולתה בו.
Hey, so we are going back to you at Kolami.
And now singing a song is our own Victoria from the youth group.
Hi guys, this one is called Harmony in the Home. There is light in the soul, there is beauty in the person. When there is beauty in the person, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is honor in the nation. When there is honor in the nation, there is peace on earth. When there is light in the soul, there is beauty in the person. When there is beauty in the person, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is honor in the nation. When there is honor in the nation, there is peace on earth.
Okay. Our call to worship, Baruch Hu. La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, Yai lai 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 lai. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Voed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Voed. Lai lai la lai, lai lai la lai, lai la lai, lai la lai lai, lai la la lai, lai la la lai, yai lai 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 lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidbaro ומעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו אליך חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני המרי והרבים.
We're gonna continue to the next prayer, which is Ahavat Olam.
Back to you.
And now, delivering a short quote is Victoria again.
All right, this quote is from Gandhi. I offer you peace, I offer you love, I offer you friendship. I see your beauty, I hear your need, I feel your feelings. My wisdom flows from the highest source. I salute that source in you. Let us work together for unity and love.
The Shema and V'ahavta. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed, Ve'afta את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Now we're doing מי כמוך prayer.
מי כמוך באלים לים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש מי כמוך באלים לים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש נורא תהילות אוסף אלה נורא תהילות אוסף אלה מי כמוך באלים לים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש מי כמוך באלים לים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש נורא תהילות אוסף אלה נורא תהילות אוסף אלה מי כמוך באלים לים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש מי כמוך באלים לים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש נהדר בקודש.
Back to you.
Up next are two members of our youth group. First, Jonah will be delivering a small quote, and then Ava, our youth group co-president, will be delivering this week's drosh.
Hello, everyone. So my quote is from C. Joy Bell C, and it is that we are all equal in the fact that we are all different. We're all the same in the fact that we'll never be the same. We're united by the reality that all colors and all cultures are distinct and individual. We are harmonious in the reality that we are all held to this earth by the same gravity. We don't share blood, but we share the air that keeps us alive.
Hi, my name is Ava, and I will be sharing this week's Devar Torah. As a prisoner, Joseph becomes known for his dream interpretations. Coincidentally, the Pharaoh of Egypt had a couple of disturbing dreams and was looking for an interpreter. Through word of mouth, Pharaoh heard of him. He then found Joseph and spoke to him about his dream. In his nightmare, he was standing by the Nile when he saw 7 healthy cows emerge from the river and then 7 starving cows emerge from the river. He then shared another dream about having 7 delicious years of grain and another 7 years of grain that were withered and windburnt. Joseph then explained the dream showed that God was about to bring 7 years of abundance, followed by 7 years of famine. He suggested that to prevent this, Pharaoh find a professional to look after the grain production during the years of abundance. He liked the plan and agreed that Joseph should be the one to look after the grain. Joseph suddenly went from being a penniless prisoner to one of the most powerful men in Egypt. Pharaoh dressed him in great clothes and fancy jewels. For 7 years, Joseph oversaw a crop collection. The famine was so widespread, however, that starving people from other countries went to Egypt to buy food. Among them were Joseph's brothers. Joseph's appearance changed so greatly that they did not recognize him. He saw the opportunity to make his childhood dream come true, to finally make his brothers bow down before him. His life was like a dream, but it all disappeared in an instant when he treated his family terribly. His external transformation had not prepared him for the internal drama brought about by the unexpected appearance of his family. Despite Joseph's new makeover, the clothes, the jewelry, and even his new name, he hadn't changed as fully as he hoped. His transformation turned out to be more dream than reality, even though he was determined to put his past behind him. Joseph's story sheds light on a timely theme. Changing our appearances is simply not enough. For there to be genuine change, progress, we must also reflect on our actions. This summer, the murders of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor shed light on the continued prevalence of police brutality within the United States. Their deaths sparked national outrage and led to protests across the country. People took to the streets demanding justice. Activists from all over the world utilized social media to express their frustration and desire for change. While many posts were genuine calls to action, some posts were labeled as performative activism. When we made being woke quote unquote cool, we began to use activism to gain social capital rather than engaging in direct, meaningful acts. Many were moved enough to post on social media, but when they continued on with their day, failing to educate themselves on the very movement they were posting about. That being said, it is far easier to post a black screen or screenshot an Instagram story and carry on with our lives. But if we genuinely wish to effect positive change within society, we need to look inward. We must begin to have uncomfortable conversations with friends and family, and even with ourselves. It is our duty to the members of our community to hold each other accountable, to take action, and to write letters and phone senators and educate ourselves outside of the scope of our Instagram feeds. Social media is still important, especially since for many of us, especially young people, it is our main source of news and is a great tool for spreading awareness. However, we need to make sure we're sharing accurate information and resources rather than a 24-hour fad. I believe in the power of the people, and I believe in my generation's ability to change our society for the better. But we must continue to put in the effort to transform this belief into reality.
Please rise for Amidah.
Adonai
Now is the time for a personal prayer for yourself, for your loved ones.
We are moving to a Yule episode.
That was so beautiful, and on this Shabbat, I'd like to offer another Oseh Shalom that I composed, that I want to share with all of you, this has just been a wonderful experience to pray with all of you for Shabbat. Oseh Shalom. Shalom Nimromav Lo Yaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tehivel Oseh Shalom Nimromav Lo Yaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Israel ועל כל יושבי תבל עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל היי ליי 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 והכל יושבי תבל.
So now we'll stand for Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח, ליפת תבל. עלינו לשבח, ליפת תבל. לפעול ולעמול לתיקון עולם, כי בכוחנו לבנות ולתקן, ובידינו להצמיח גאולה, להצמיח גאולה. ביום ההוא ישכנו לבטח כל באי עולם. ביום ההוא ישכנו לבטח כל באי עולם. עלינו לשבח, ליפת תבל. עלינו לשבח, ליפת תבל.
Even when we gather for the joy of Shabbat and in such a special and wonderful way with those of us from all different places coming together at this moment, that joy is a bit more special when we can use it to embrace the reality that some of us in our communities have had losses. And we do that with the words of Kaddish. So if there is someone in the circle of your life that you've lost recently or for whom you're observing Yortzeit, if it is your tradition, we rise together and we say the words of Kaddish together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabah be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabah mevarach la'alam u'la'almei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha berichu La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, ta'amiran be'alma ve'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen.
Thank you, Rabbi Tom. I just want to take a moment to thank everyone for being here today with us. This all would not have been possible without the amazing talent on the Israel side, the youth at the Comuna, Noah, Idan, Tomer, and Roy for taking the lead on the project, Gal Stern and Carmel Mena for their musical talent, Michal and Noar Telem for their wonderful support, and of course, Kineret for making it all happen. On the US side, Cantor Danny and the musicians here at Kolami, Rabbi Tom, Jordan Frankenthaler for making all the tech happen, the Kolami Youth Group, including Victoria for her musical contributions, Ava and Jonah for sharing their thoughts with everyone, and Micah for his leadership and help organizing this event. And last, but certainly not least, the man who brought us all together, Nadav Shachmon, certainly the finest and best shaliach that Israel has to offer the world. Today's Shabbat of Unity is the third event this year connecting the youth of the Reform movement in our two countries. I look forward to seeing how we continue to connect and mingle in the future. We now turn to Carmel, who will be singing for us Imagine by John Lennon.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so super excited to be here. I hear myself double. If you can turn it off. Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. Super excited to take part in this whole thing. I miss you all dearly at Kol Ami. Thank you, Nadav. Thank you, Kinneret. Thank you, Barak, for letting me join. Yeah, and let's do it. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. דמיין עכשיו את שנינו באהבה טובה. האופק לפנינו מקרין חום ושלווה. תנשום את מה שבינינו. נכון שיש תקווה. אולי תגיד שרק חלמתי, אך זה כוחו של החלום. אם נדמיין אותו ביחד, נגשים אותו עכשיו היום. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Thank you so much.
Now we're doing Kiddush, but before we're doing that, we want to say thank you and how grateful we are for letting us to do with you the project, and how sad we are that it's the final things in our project. And so, thank you very much, and we're doing now Kiddush.
Yeah, that's right.
No. Okay, so.
ויהי ויהי בוקר יום השישי, ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות.
סברי מרנה.
לחיים, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן, אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו, בשבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו, זיכרון למעשה בראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים, כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת עם כל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת, אמן.
שבת שלום.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I just want to give another shout out to Adi Nulman, who's here with us with her uniform, also Shinshinit of us previous years. And just to say thank you again to everyone. We had a rough start, but we made it happen. So toda lekulam, and Shabbat Shalom to all of you.